What's up, New York Giants fans? Week 2 is upon us. It is Thursday. We got the New York Giants versus the Washington football team. D. Illa here. All right, so I didn't get a chance to watch the first game. It was not on TV in my area, so I just got to see highlights and stuff like that. Obviously, the defense didn't play well. They left the middle of the field wide open the entire game. Daniel Jones had a fumble, still, having the same mistakes that he had, the previous 2 seasons. There really wasn't too many positives to say about the team and the way they played last week. It was just an all-around struggle. We didn't get much out of Barkley. That was to be expected, his first game back after injury. Slayton dropped a couple balls, wasn't very consistent. Sterling Shepard played very well. There was no Evan Ingram. Kenny Golladay came out, caught a couple of late balls during the game. I think he had around 67 yards or so. But this week, going up against the Washington football team, this is going to be a very tough challenge, regardless if they have their backup quarterback in Taylor Heinicke. As you know, Heinicke was he was a starter for the Washington football team last year in the playoff game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he actually came out and played very well in that game. So don't just think he's going to be a pushover in this ball game. And I expect him to come out and probably make some throws in this one. I would look for Logan Thomas. Possibly Diami Brown, that rookie wide receiver that they drafted this past year, and of course Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is going to be a big player in this game. I think last year up against Bradbury, I think he averaged around 95 yards a game against Bradbury, because McLaurin is a typical wide receiver that Bradbury kind of has problems with. Bradbury's always had trouble with guys that are smaller, and they have a lot of agility and shifty guys. Those are the guys that he's always had issues with. Bradbury matches up very well with bigger wide receivers and guys that he can just body up against, and just they're not necessarily as shifty, and he just plays the ball much better against those types of wide receivers. It's just the speedy guys that he has issues with. And as we all know, Terry McLaurin can fly. So he's going to have his hands full. The secondary is going to have their hands full, obviously, based on the way they played last week against, all those guys Denver has. Judy got him. Noah Fant, tore him apart. Tim Patrick had a couple catches. I think Bridgewater missed. Well, KJ Hamler dropped a touchdown pass that was right in his hands on a bomb. But, hopefully Joe Judge on a short week got this defense, in check. And, defensive coordinator and everybody, they did the things this week to get everything going the way it should into this ball game on Thursday night. Because that defense just looked like a complete shell of itself, didn't look anything like it did last year. And it was just a complete letdown, because that was the thing that all of us could really hang our hat on, was our defense. We don't really know what our offense is going to look like. It's still a mystery, but we all believed we had a top 10 defense in the New York Giants this year. So hopefully they can get that ship going in the right direction and correct the issues that they had last week. Other players to watch for Washington. We've already touched on McLaurin. I've talked about Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas is a very good wide receiving tight end. He's a former quarterback, and he can stretch the field. He's got some speed for as big as he is, and he has great hands. And I'm sure Taylor Heinicke is going to look for him a ton. Another running back coming out of the backfield, J.D. McKissick. He's a pass catcher. He's a guy that's going to kill you on third down. Antonio Gibson can do all the things that McKissick can do, plus run the ball. McKissick is more of a threat in the passing game. Obviously, Antonio Gibson can do it all, through the air and on the ground. But going into this week, I think Antonio Gibson, when he was banged up a little bit, I'm pretty sure he was a full participant in practice yesterday, so I'm pretty sure he'll be a full go in this one. But, it's going to be a tough task to stop that offense. We're going to have our work cut out for us. Obviously, when it comes to Washington, they're known for their defense. I'm not sure what to expect out of Barkley in this one. You got Montez Sweat, you got Chase Young, you got great players on that defensive line, interior-wise. They're just a good all-around unit. They've got some decent linebackers. The secondary is pretty damn good. So Daniel Jones is going to have to come out and make some throws, man. Daniel Jones has got to start stepping up, and he has got to start taking charge of this offense and become the quarterback that all of us are praying to God that he can become. Game after game after game, the more we get into his career, I think the doubt is starting to creep in that much more every single week when it comes to him. And I hate to say that, but, you know, I'm still on his side. I still believe in the kid. But it's like, God, man, you got to get it together, and you got to get it together quick, because time is running out. You know, the ship is slowly starting to take on water. So I don't really know what to expect out of Barkley in this one. What did he get? Like 10 carries last week, had like 26 yards. You know, wasn't very productive. Didn't necessarily look like himself, which is expected out of the first game. Like I said, Galladay had a couple catches. You know, it seemed like a lot of the catches were late in the game, and he made the catches that he made. I mean, some of them were just acrobatic catches and just things that Kenny Galladay does. But other guys are going to have to step up. You know, Slayton's got to step up. He's got to catch the ball. He's got to quit playing like he did back in college and dropping everything that was thrown to him. You know, I don't know what the heck's going on. Excuse me. Well, I don't know what the heck's going on with him, but it's extremely frustrating. Shepard, hopefully Shepard can come out and give us the same effort that he did last week. But the defense, man, hopefully against a backup quarterback, you know, even though none of us are really too sure what we're going to get out of Taylor Heineke, if he plays the way he did against the Bucs last year in that playoff game, we might be in trouble, especially if they didn't get the kinks out of this defense worked out. But hopefully they did. Hopefully we can put some pressure on Heineke. That guy, when he gets pressure put on him in the pocket, he can move out. I mean, he can kind of do the same things that, you know, Bridgewater was doing against us last week. So we're going to have to, when we get to the quarterback, we're going to have to get in there and tackle the quarterback. You know, we can't have a quarterback stiff-arming us, you know, sliding off the quarterback when we go to attempt to tackle him, and then the quarterback rolls out and just, you know, throws the ball down the field for 10 or 15 yards. We can't have that happen this week. We cannot do it. We've got to play strong defense. We got to make the tackles that we need to make when they're there, and just play New York Giants defense. And that's simply what it comes down to. And Jones and all the rest of this stuff and all the offensive line, I mean, I can't sit here and regurgitate this stuff over and over and over again. Every single New York Giants content creator on YouTube has come out and has said the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, ad nauseum on here. I mean, it's the same crap. Offensive line, Daniel Jones protect the ball. Defense play well. Can we get a pass rush? It's the same shit every single week. So I can't sit here and just continue to do this over and over and over again. But you guys know what we have to do. If you're a diehard fan of the New York Giants, you know what's going on with this team. There's no need for me to explain it to you. And that's just the way it is. But hopefully we can get a win tonight. You know, get us to 1-1, and we play the Atlanta Falcons next week. And we all know the Atlanta Falcons are they may be worse off than we are at this point. So if we can get this win, go to Atlanta or New York. I'm not too sure exactly where we play. Get a win there. Start the season off at 2-1. All right, we're on the ground and rolling. So hopefully it'll get to that point. But man, that's it for the video. I just wanted to check in with you guys, put something out there this week since I didn't do it last week. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you have a good Thursday, have a good day at work, and get to come home and watch some winning New York Giants football. But that's it for the video, you guys. The DL is out of here. You take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, see ya. Bye.